Ooh. Damn. I felt that shit.
Dude, look how well this is edited. It looks so real.
Oh, dude. I didn't even realize it was edited at first.
You thought that was really
Dude,
John Cena?
Well, no, I thought it was like someone who just happened to look like him with his shirt off. But yeah, that was...
No, that was literally
it
John
was
Cena.
that, yeah, well edited.
Oh my God.
Because when I seen that, I was like, damn, how? She
Like,
just
look at
fucking
that.
tossed to that chair.
Holy dude. Yeet.
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
Jesus.
Damn, that, yeah. No, you got me. That was really well done.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the Hardcore Podcast.
Howdy, howdy.
I'm your host, Robert Melton.
And I'm your co-host, Christopher Norwood.
This is episode 11.
11. Yep.
Second one of the new year.
That's right.
Today we're going to be doing a backlog briefing on a couple different games. So we got Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight, and I played a little bit of a game called Potion Permit.
Which I've never fucking heard of this game ever.
That's good, though. That's good.
Yeah.
I will say I've definitely heard of Hollow Knight. I've maybe played like an hour of it.
Oh, you have actually played it?
A tiny bit. I mean, I could start it tonight and it'd all be fresh. It was like a couple years ago.
That's fair. An hour didn't get me anywhere, so.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah. So we could start it out with some news.
Yeah.
There's really not a whole lot of news.
Yeah, not too much.
So you know how there was like a PS5 shortage for like since it's been released for like 2 years?
Yep.
Has it been 2 years or 3?
No, we're now going on the third year. It was 2020.
Geez. That's crazy.
Excuse me.
Damn, you got one of those.
2020, right? Yeah,
I think it was 2020.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, it would be at the end of this year. Would be the third.
The third year. Yeah, but
so
it was
pretty much 2 years.
like November of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was. Ever since then, it was just hard to get your hands on one.
Yeah, and you've had one since fucking the beginning.
Yeah, I've had mine
lucky.
over. Yeah, I did. I got really lucky.
And I just got mine in November.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great timing.
Yeah, literally.
But Sony is saying that it's over.
Yeah,
so
supposedly.
I won't believe it until I just happen to go into like a Target and I just see him in the case. I'm like, oh,
that's true.
Okay, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I kind of did at GameStop when I got mine.
Yeah. But I could still see it being a few months because like once people see it, they're just gonna get excited and like, hey, I don't even need this, but this is hard to get. I can
sell this. Oh
yeah.
wait.
Yeah. Hopefully all the scalpers are like, oh, I'm gonna buy them all, and then they buy them all, but then they restock them and they're like, oh shit, I got to sell this for retail.
Mm-hmm. I bet there's a bunch of people that have a bunch of them thinking they're gonna sell them for.
Yeah.
Hot market price, but
oh yeah, they're on sale now with them. They're like, $550.
Yeah, literally.
$525.
But supposedly they've sold 30 million copies. 30 million units.
Like, to me, when I hear that, I'm like, oh, that's a lot. But for going on 3 years, I don't know like what's a normal amount.
Yeah, I don't either. I'd have to look at like Switch sales or something.
Yeah. That would be
for it to be comparable.
Yeah, because I know the Switch has to be at the top.
Oh yeah,
right?
It's like
for a while.
Because like when COVID hit, you couldn't even find a Switch.
Yeah,
because everybody was just playing fucking Animal Crossing and shit like that.
That is true. Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
Which was also the feature in Remus. That was just like the perfect game.
Oh yeah,
to have during COVID.
It was. My girlfriend just started that.
Hell yeah! Oh yeah, because she just got a Switch. Mm-hmm. That's exciting. She's beat Pokemon, right?
She beat it. She's at the last area now. Like it was like I think almost 11 last night.
Here we are mentioning Pokemon once more. Every episode.
It was like almost 11 last night, and we were just chilling. Mm-hmm. And she had just beat the champion and the Mona and all that.
Hell yeah!
And she was like, "What time is it?" I was like, "It's like almost 11." She was like, "Do I have time to do this?" I was like, oh no.
Hold on.
That's like a few hours of playtime. Area 0.
Area 0. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because there's a good bit of storyline in there, and then you obviously want to explore, and that place is pretty fucking massive for what it is.
Did she like straight annihilate Arvin, or did Arvin give her a tough time?
She said that Arvin gave her a tough time, but she didn't lose to Arvin. The only person that she lost to was Nimona right after the ghost gym.
Really?
That was the only time.
Oh my gosh. I can't say anything because I actually lost Arvin the first time.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't have the right party Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wasn't expecting him to fucking full send it.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, my boss to fucking destroy him. Obliterate.
No, when I fought, that was the hardest battle for me was Arvin.
Yeah.
Because we literally got down to like one move each, and it was just who was faster.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. No, that's when the fucking Pokemon speed comes into play.
Yeah, I don't remember ever losing a battle in the game, but there was like Nimona was close, Arvin was very close, and obviously I fucking stomped the Elite Four. They were puny. Fucking Larry
easy.
Needs to go back to his day job.
Easy. I know. I'm like, he was the easiest one. I'm like, dude, Larry, I see why you're depressed.
When Ashley was doing it, she just like progressively like stomped them harder down the line. I think she had like the toughest time with like the first one or maybe the second one.
Gotcha.
But like Gita fucking obliterated her.
I mean, like, I think King Gamut like killed one of my Pokemon.
She one-shot that with her Charizard.
Yeah. I mean, it still was easy, but I think that was the only one that gave me any trouble.
The one that gave me trouble was the what's the Flittle evolve into? What the fuck is that?
Flittle?
Yeah, the ostrich.
Oh, ooh, I don't remember the ostrich name.
Start with a U?
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. But yeah, that one actually, because it outsped like all my Pokemon. So it was like fucking destroying me. And I had like a few ghost types on my team.
Right.
Like I think I had Annihilate, Skeledirge, whatever else I had. But yeah, it was fucking me up pretty good.
Well, again, good for her. I'm glad she has a Switch. She gets to enjoy Animal Crossing, Pokemon, and all the new Switch games from here on out, which I'm sure we'll probably hop back on Animal Crossing at some point and play with her.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, Sony, the shortage is apparently over.
That's
PS5.
done.
Cool.
Some more PlayStation news. There's a Project Leonardo. Have you heard of this?
I have not.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. So it's a customizable accessibility controller designed for people with disabilities.
I've seen it. I guess I just didn't know that was what they were calling it.
Yeah,
but
I thought it was a weird name.
The like the layout of it, like the controller itself.
It looks really cool. I was looking into it. It's got like a bunch of different like keys or buttons, whatever you want to call them. But they're interchangeable, and then you can modify it in a way to like like L2 R2 or L3 R3. Sorry, you can make it so just one button just presses both of those.
Oh,
so it's like really. Really
so if you're playing God of War and you're going into Spartan, it's just one button.
I'm sure there's like a turbo mode too. So when you need to click fucking circle.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Take it from here.
So to the Pokemon TCG news. So if you keep up with Pokemon TCG,
what's TCG?
Trading card game, Robert.
Wow.
But last month, December, we had a really cool Japanese set come out called V-Star Universe, and it had a lot of like.
That's what the Japanese version was called.
Yes, so the Japanese version was called V-Star Universe, and they had a lot of like full art cards that were really sick. As far as Pokemon TCG, like that's what I collect is like the full art cards, like the trainer gallery. I think they were called the art gallery with the V-Star Universe. But those are the ones that I collect, and they're like cheap. They're like $3 to $5 a piece. But there's a bunch of them, and just like the arts were beautiful and stuff. But this month, January 20th, 2023, we get the English set of that, and it's called Crown Zenith. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Oh yeah, and this will be the last expansion.
So yes, this is the last expansion for Sword and Shield. I'm pretty sure that's right. And then a few months down the road, we'll finally get our first Scarlet and Violet expansion.
I'm pretty stoked on that.
Base set.
That's going to be really cool.
Yeah, because they're bringing back like the old EX cards, and some of the arts have like are already out and stuff or have leaked, and it just looks sick.
Have we seen
really
if they're doing like a new gimmick? Like for the terrestrialization or whatever.
I'm not sure. Like,
I feel like they must.
I'm sure it's the equivalent of like, hey, this is the really strong card. If you destroy this, you get 2 prize cards or 3 prize cards, because that's how the EX cards were back in the day.
Yeah.
So maybe, but I have seen a card that has a terrestrialized Arcanine, and it looks awesome. Oh, yeah. But maybe there is some type of gimmick. Maybe it's like an Arcanine, but it's like a grass type or something. Maybe there's different variants.
That would make sense.
That would be cool.
That would be. Yeah.
It was the same card, but it was like, hey, here's a water one. Here's a grass one. Or there's a card, or like maybe the card itself is an Arcanine and it's like a fire type, but maybe one of the trainer cards allows you to terrestrialize it.
That makes sense. That makes the most sense.
Terrestrialize it to a different type.
Yeah.
That would be
because you can
sick.
only do it once per battle.
That would be very sick. I literally just thought of that.
That would make the most sense.
That would be really cool. And dude, big news here. Drum roll. Vince McMahon is returning to WWE.
Fuck yes, dude.
Dude,
I don't care what anybody says. Those allegations were bullshit.
I'm going to be honest. I don't even know what you're talking about, allegations. I don't keep up with it. I'm really not excited.
Do you actually not know what happened?
I don't give a fuck. No, what happened?
I don't know the details exactly, but it was just like some essay allegations.
Oh, okay.
So
I can see it just looking at him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Just seeing him.
Oh, yeah.
Because my dad, he's into it. So growing up, like I'd see.
He's still into wrestling?
Oh, he's still into it.
Oh, wow. I never knew that.
He's still into it.
I mean, I used to love it for a long time.
Yeah. He's still into it,
but that dude's sussy.
Yeah, just seeing him throughout the the shows, which obviously a lot of it is an act, but still he just seems like a shitty guy.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised. Sorry, I'm
Bad
judging
blood.
a little bit. But was that it as far as news? That's what we got. Sony has a new car.
I did actually see something.
Yeah, Sony has a new like.
Yeah.
I say it has a new car, but it's like a what's that word? Where it's like a mock-up or something. Like they're putting it out there.
Like a blueprint or like a...
Pretty much, yeah, for lack of a better term.
Prototype.
Prototype. So yeah, we've seen some images and stuff. Yeah. But I feel like we've seen that with so many different like companies. Like, hey, we're gonna make an electric car, but like you don't hear anything a few years later.
Yeah.
So Sony's doing one.
I mean, that's got to be.
So I guess we'll see.
It's got to be a tough thing to be like successful at. Engineering an entire vehicle.
Yeah. But I feel like Sony could do it if anyone.
Oh yeah. Until the fucking chip shortage comes.
I feel like Sony could do it. I feel like Disney could do it.
I'm surprised Disney hasn't.
I feel like
fucking
Netflix could do it. I feel like Amazon could do it.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, no. As far as news, I think that's it.
That's kind of all we got for that. So let's get into some videos that we've seen this week.
Oh yes, videos, reaction.
Here we go.
Reaction videos. Yeah.
All right. You want to start us off this week?
Yes. All right. So, all right. Do the middle one last.
Last. Okay.
Last. Yeah.
The other ones don't matter.
No.
All right. Let's see.
Hey, sorry I'm late, guys. I was at home using my bidet, and I just lost track of time. Totally get that. What were you doing? Using my bidet after I took a shit.
Okay.
Pressure washing my hole like I do every single time that I do a number 2. Do you not have a bidet? No, I've never even heard of that. What? So you mean to tell me that your ass is covered in shit right now? What? No. I wipe pretty good like every time that I take a shit. You shut the fuck up, you shit ass. You're talking to 2 men who use bidets, you little doo-doo butt boy. You brown bottom motherfucker. You will address us as sirs or my lords. I do not have shit on my ass, guys. I wipe normally. I knew I smelled shit. Show us your underwear. If there's brown streaks, we're gonna murder you.
What the fuck?
If there's brown streaks, we're gonna murder you.
The part that really got me was him holding in his laugh.
Yeah, you could hear him laughing.
Where was that at?
No, like I wipe pretty good. Like every time that I take a shit. You shut the fuck up, you shit ass. You're talking to 2 men. Shit ass. You're talking.
Oh man, I can't wait to have Jeff on because I feel like this guy looks so much like Jeff.
They're very
especially
similar.
when like its hat's off. And
yeah,
Jeff has more piercings than obviously tattoos, but
that's so funny.
yeah, they look similar.
All right, here's the next one.
Oh damn, it's probably not gonna top that one, but okay.
That's all right.
What about that planet? You want to stop down and check it out, say hi?
I'm only attracted to 2D women because 3D women don't appreciate nice guys, and also I can draw my 2D wife in any...
Alright, yeah, or we could like blow it up. That's cool. What about that?
That was it. Just
Fucking
cringe.
neckbeard.
Oh, neckbeards.
Neckbeard cringe.
All right. Here we go.
Is this the one you said you're going to throw me for a loop?
We're gonna. I think the term I used was stir the pot a little bit.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Here we
I
go.
don't know what that's going to mean, but full send.
Yeah. No, I think we're good.
Ni hao. Ni hao. Like my outfit?
I mean, not particularly.
Oh.
It strikes me as pretty insensitive.
Does my outfit make you mad?
No, good.
Good?
Yeah.
Theo điêu.
Theo điêu.
Theo điêu. Theo điêu.
Ôi, thọc theo lang.
Do you have to be Chinese to wear this?
You don't have to. Anybody can wear.
Will, what prompted you to make that video?
Well, really, I made that video to prove anti-white ivory tower professors like the one in your studio wrong. I mean, this video and the others that I've made like it with Native Americans, with Mexicans, with the Chinese that you just watched are irrefutable evidence that people like that professor are exactly wrong on cultural appropriation. You can't claim that something is just a part of your culture either. It's for people to share and celebrate and use so you can actually have a society that is cohesive and works together as a melting pot, not all these different groups that can't work together because everyone's so offended. The only people who are actually offended by cultural appropriation don't really have anything else of meaning going on in their lives, it seems.
Ni hao.
It's all the fucking whites. That's who's offended.
I wanted
Honestly,
to
we need
show
to-
that video just to. It's not like I'm like with this guy. And I'm like, oh
Obviously,
man,
yeah.
this guy ended racism. You
Honestly, I'm going to Chinatown right
know?
now.
Not by any means. I just
No,
I try to be as
I feel the same
open-minded
way.
as possible, and I thought that was a really good
Yeah.
perspective.
It's
know, a
like
little
Mikey when he goes
experiment.
to the Indian shindigs.
Yeah, Native American, whatever they're called. You know, I'm not sure.
I mean, whatever, yeah.
But yeah, no, I just thought it was an interesting perspective, and like, you know, he did a little experiment himself, and like, I just guarantee. So I don't really know this, but I feel like if he was to do the same thing in America,
No, that
like
was
more
America.
people would be. That was in America.
It was Chinatown.
Oh, it was Chinatown.
Definitely.
Well, let's just say anywhere else other than like Chinatown in America,
Yeah.
more people would be offended. But if like Chinatown, or if he like went across seas,
I mean, it's a normal thing. You go to Japan. If you live in Japan, you're gonna be, you're gonna own fucking.
yeah.
I mean, it's like mixed martial arts. If you have a fucking gi,
I mean, you can really get into it. Like I have maybe a terrible example. I will admit on this topic, I'm ignorant to some extent,
that's fair.
but like I have a food dog tattoo. Like
Oh,
that's
no, dude.
that's complete like Japanese cultural, like
Yeah.
I don't know what it symbolizes, but I appreciate it. I respect it. I
gotta
love the
eviscerate
art.
it.
I love like the tradition behind it. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think there's a way to be respectful
Of course.
and a way to be disrespectful. Like the disrespectful part of it, like yeah, I'm against that, but I feel like there's a way you can do it and still be respectful. I think if a little white girl wants to dress up as Moana on Halloween, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't either personally.
But well, a lot of people find an issue with that.
And
But yeah, no, I'm
They're
not
also
trying
white
to
people.
get into anything. Yeah, a lot of them are. But like, and plus, like, that's another thing. White people, like, why are we speaking for these people? You know,
those are the loudmouth motherfuckers. They're all
Yeah.
white.
Like, we're the ones who are like, no, that's not okay. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't ask them. Like, obviously, those two women can't speak for all Chinese people, but
Right.
like, they didn't have an issue with it. They seemed pretty excited. They seemed to like it.
Yeah. It's
But no, I just thought it was
representative.
a interesting perspective.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I meant. I was just gonna stir Stir the pot a little
Okay,
bit.
that makes sense. I thought you were gonna like call me out with some video or something.
No. Not between us. No, not yet. Episode 20.
Episode
You wait,
20?
bitch.
Oh God.
You wait.
The roast of Robert Melton.
Oh man, that would be a good episode.
Wouldn't it?
That would. We just have all our friends on.
Yeah.
We're just all taking turns at the mic.
So
Just fighting for it. Like, hey, I got some more material.
Oh no.
This motherfucker's mine.
That's savage. Can't do your boy like that.
That's how we. Hold on, you got 4 videos?
I threw a bonus in there.
You rule breaker.
It's very short though.
You probably cut lines, don't you? You line jumper.
Don't tell anybody.
Unforgivable.
All right, I'm gonna start off with this one.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty funny. Kind of long, but it's worth it.
There's a drone up there. Yo. What the fuck is going on, dude? Why are the damn police out today? Now imagine if I was high. Thank God I'm not fucking high right now. Let's go! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Rev it! Rev her up! Yeah! 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 Those are my boys! Yeah! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Woo, baby! Now, that's some machinery right there!
Right there.
Let's go! Rev her up! Rev her up! Yeah! This ain't a parade? This is a funeral for a cop that got murdered. Thank you so much for telling me that. Dude, I appreciate it. I gotta get out of here, dude. Holy fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so it's not a parade. I was cheering for a cop that got murdered. Fuck me.
Damn.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, at least he was like, he kind of owned up to it, you know?
The worst part about that, he was fucking barefoot, running in the street.
Oh man.
Imagine stepping on a shard of glass or something.
Everywhere.
Literally.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's very interesting.
Yeah. Damn. I was not expecting that. I feel like I
What
should
did
have
you
been
think it
able
was?
to piece that together.
Like
I
a
don't know. I was
funeral, maybe?
expecting
Well, I mean,
something
it
like
kinda was, but
crazy
yeah.
in the end. It said watch till the end. So I'm like,
Yeah.
this drone's going to fall on them. Someone's
That's
gonna
what I
hit
thought
this
at first.
dude and, you know,
Yeah.
everyone's going to drop their bikes. I don't know.
All right, here's the next one.
Your weak ass fucking jacket.
Don't make me start. I think
You want this? You want it? Come get it. Do I look like I'm You want to die tonight, white boy? White boy?
Oh man, he had
Come get it.
He had that protagonist energy.
Die tonight?
Come get it.
Do I look like I'm Come get it.
But also, do I look like I'm a? He's got that fucking pound to dip in.
Mm-hmm. Seriously.
Do I look like I'm a? Did he say weak jacket in the beginning?
Weak ass jacket. Yeah.
Weak ass jacket.
Gentlemen, if you're with a lady and then she eats the Pringle the horizontal way, let me tell you, that throat is gonna be immaculate, brother.
Okay. Yeah. Amen. Amen, buddy. I agree.
She eats a Pringle horizontally. That throat's gonna be immaculate, brother.
That's right.
All right, now the
Finale.
Now for the finale.
All right.
This shit is so clean.
Clean?
Yeah, look at it. Bidet clean.
Ooh. Damn. I felt that shit.
Dude, look how well this is edited. It looks so real.
Oh, dude. I didn't even realize it was edited. at first.
You thought that was really
Dude,
John Cena?
Well, I thought it was like someone who just happened to look like him with his shirt off. But yeah, that was
No, that was literally
it
John
was
Cena.
that, yeah, well edited.
Oh my
Holy
God.
fuck! Because when I seen that, I was like, damn, how? She's
Look-
just
look at
fucking
that.
tossing that chair.
Holy fuck, dude. Yeet.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Jesus.
Damn that. Yeah, no, you got me. That was really well done.
Yeah, that does it for the videos.
Are you tuning in this Sunday night? Okay.
So,
all right. So,
whoa. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're going to play a little game called Guess That Game.
Guess that game. So original.
Guess That Game.
All right. So, what we did here was come up with like a but like a vague synopsis of a game. I'm going to read it off to Robert, and he has to tell me what that game is. Obviously, I changed words and terms. I took out names, replaced them with, other words, just so it doesn't say any of like the main characters' names or anything. Which some of them I did leave in just because like I feel like it is a little obscure, and I don't think they're gonna know the antagonists' names anyways. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
But yeah, guess that game. You ready?
Yeah.
Set on a fictional planet, our hero tries to help his friend after he transforms into a hybrid creature. With the help of a sage, the pair learn that they must save their world from the antagonists Goal and Maya, who plan to flood the world with a dark substance that can infect, transform, and even kill a life form.
A pair?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
A pair just meaning like the duo.
Yeah. So there's two main characters.
Yeah, just let me know if you want me to read it again.
Is it Ratchet and Clank? Am I warm?
I can't tell you that.
Okay. I feel like this is definitely like a animated game. Jack and Dexter.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It is Jack and Dexter.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that was Jack and Dexter.
Nice.
Very brief summary, synopsis. You ready for the next?
Yep. Let's hear it.
I like this one. This game takes place on a tropical island where our hero and friends are taking a vacation. A villain resembling the hero vandalizes the island with graffiti and leaves the hero wrongfully convicted for the mess. He is ordered to clean up the island using a device called the Flood while saving his friends from the copycat troublemaker.
What in the fuck? What? The copycat troublemaker.
I mean, he's not known as like the copycat troublemaker, but remember, he resembles the main character.
Do you think I would know this game?
I hope so.
Read that. Can you read that again?
Yeah, sure. The game takes place on a tropical island where our hero and friends are taking a vacation. A villain resembling the hero vandalizes the island with graffiti and leaves the hero wrongfully convicted for the mess. He is ordered to clean up the island using a device called the Flood while saving his friends with this copycat troublemaker. Your hint is the device that he uses to clean up the island with, called the Flood.
I have no idea what that is.
F-L-U-D-D.
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
You give up?
Yeah.
That is Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh, I never played Sunshine.
Damn. What do you know about it? I feel like...
I definitely know about it, but I had no idea that was called the Flood.
Yeah.
Is that like an acronym? Like a...
Yeah. It stands for something. What it stands for, I took out. But, yeah, so, like, what is his, like, official name? I always called him, like, I think he's Bowser Jr., but like I always called him like Koopa.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bowser Jr. like takes on the form of like Shadow Mario.
Oh, okay.
And he like puts graffiti all over like the island. And when Mario arrives, it's like, oh, it's him. It was him.
Okay.
So he uses that flood, that backpack, to then like clean off the island and stuff.
Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah. No, I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so.
I like it.
I honestly thought this last one's going to be the hardest for you.
Really? Okay. Let's see.
All right. After his village was raided by bandits, resulting with his father's death and the capture of his sister and mother, he was rescued by a hero who took him to a school to train in the arts of melee, archery, and magic, letting him forge his own path of hero or villain. Will he get vengeance for his family and search for his mother and sister and kill those in charge of the raid, or will he ultimately continue the cycle of evil?
Fable.
That is Fable. Hell yeah. I'm proud of you for that one.
Thanks.
Fable is one of my favorite games.
Honestly, remember the game.
Hell yeah. Remember the game. Adam Blink did not like that game.
Indeed.
I was upset, but it's okay. So yeah, no, those are the three I have. So you got 2 of the 3.
All right.
Nice. You got a 66%. That's a fucking F. You failed.
It is.
I'm kidding.
It is. All right, you ready for mine?
Yep.
Yeah. That was like a 50-50 shot getting Fable or not. I was like, some of that definitely sounds Fable.
Could be any RPG. JRPG.
Basically.
Is that Final Fantasy 1 through 15?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
All right. It's the 90s. You're a gangster. You have to kill other gang members to avoid the police. Hold on. You're also wreaking havoc on the whole city. Meanwhile, you can lift weights, eat out, and fuck hookers.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
Okay. San Andreas.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Honestly, funny enough, what really like solidified that for me was lift weights. Because that was like the fucking one Grand Theft Auto game where you could like work out and actually like get toned and stuff.
Yeah. It was either that or gangster. And also, well, I don't know. I don't know if the other ones were based in the 90s.
Gangsta.
Oh,
Gangsta. Whoa,
sorry.
Hardy R, man.
Jesus.
Jeez, brother.
All right. Good job. Good job on that.
Thank you.
All right. You appear in a world in a random place. You have nothing but your fists. You need to take shelter before nightfall, or else spiders, zombies, and exploding creatures will kill you. Harvesting ore is your priority in order to further your progression and establish yourself.
Where's zombies?
What is...
You said spiders, zombies,
and exploding creatures.
Exploding creatures. Oh, Minecraft.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like,
good job.
How does DayZ start? But I've never played that. But then I was like, wait, Minecraft.
Yeah. I figured if I threw in exploding creatures, you would know.
Yeah. I remember I was like, hold on. I think they do have, when you kill them, they explode. So.
Yep. Good work. And actually, this one's probably the easiest.
Easiest? Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. You're a weird-ass looking child with a funny walk, and you're accompanied by some cartoon idiots who seem to do nothing. You hold a giant key and bash your enemies' skulls into dust.
Oh, man. It was one of the answers you had for mine, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Good job.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
Nice. Flawless victory.
100%. Good work.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, I guess to be fair, not that I've gotten into all of them, but I have played all of those games where you haven't played Super Mario Sunshine.
You've played every Kingdom Hearts? Name them. Name them.
Hold on. All right, let me try. All right, so we have Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I can really name all of them.
Wow.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3. You have, I think it was called Dream Drop Distance for the 3DS. You have Birth by Sleep, which was the PSP. You had Chain of Memories, which
Yeah.
was a GBA game. I think that was also like on the PS2 or remade for the PS2 or something. Are we counting like the 2.8, the 2.5,
every game,
1.5?
No, I'm kidding.
And there's only one more. Like, I know it's for the DS. I'm just trying to remember what the hell it's called. Oh, that was the one that was like 352 days over something.
Oh, yeah.
352 over something days. Yeah, it's like some fraction in there. Those are all the ones I remember. That may be all of them. I don't know. Am I missing one? You're definitely more of a Kingdom Hearts fan than I am.
You're forgetting the mobile games.
Oh, hold on.
No, I'm
there
kidding.
actually, no, there was one.
Of course there
was
is.
that rhythm game for the newest one.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely can't remember.
Yeah, even if you name all the ones you know, there's probably at least 10 more.
Yeah. Well, I think there was like, I don't know if it was a game, but there was one that was like browser. Like it was like a browser game or something, or like an online thing. I don't know.
And
Maybe it wasn't a game. Maybe it was just for like the lore. Or
I can
something.
definitely believe that.
Yeah. Oh.
Knowing fucking
I don't
Kingdom
know.
Hearts.
Either way, that was definitely most of them.
Yeah.
I'll say that. That was definitely most of them. That was a passing
probably
grade. Like if all the ones I named were like, you know, me getting it right, and all of them was like the final grade, I'd say it's a passing grade.
All right, now who does the music for Kingdom Hearts?
Ishiya Hotoro. I don't know. Oh, my sanctuary. I forget. I know her name too. Oh gosh.
A new
You and
land.
I. There's a new land.
First letter is U.
Oh fuck. Utaru.
Mm-mm. It's Utada.
Utada. Oh, okay. I don't know if that would eventually came to me, but like I have some of her stuff on a playlist I sometimes listen to.
Yeah.
But Utada.
That's
Shame
fair.
on me. So yeah, no, that was
That was guess that game.
yeah, guess that game. Why is that off?
So you couldn't see my answers.
Oh, okay.
Silly.
I thought it just like had turned off. I was like, uh-oh. Technical error. Technical difficulties. So here we go. We're into the
Spider-Verse.
meat and potatoes of the episode.
Oh.
All right, so we kind of went over it with the Digimon episode because that was officially a backlog briefing, but we just kind of turned that into a Digimon episode.
Right.
So what we do with these backlog briefings, it's like a first impression review.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to play at least like, I don't know how many hours you got in to Hollow Knight.
5.
But okay, I was going to say, we want to at least play like 5 hours, almost like the equivalent of like, you know, when most people start up a game, I don't know if they really play 5 hours, but like they get past the tutorial in a good ways in, like you're introduced to these characters and like mechanics and story. So we want to get at least 5 hours in, and then we give like our, again, just kind of first impression review of the game. So again, you were playing Hollow Knight. I played a game that I seen on a TikTok. It was like a
Was
very
it Paladin Potions?
Potion Permit.
Oh, that was close.
Potion Permit. So do you want to start us off? I feel like I've been starting off the other segment. So
Sure.
Is it okay if I ask you some questions? I say questions, but like I'm just curious, like overall, you know, first 5 hours, what did you think? Because have you ever played a game like this? Have you ever played like a Metroidvania game?
Yeah, of course.
Are you into those type of games? Have you played multiple, or is this like one of like?
I'll be honest.
The first couple.
I'm not really into those games, but it's very comforting, like a game like that.
Okay.
In just the way that like it's pretty simplistic, you know, it's platforming, which I do enjoy. Especially with this game, it's very smooth.
Yeah.
The platforming is great.
I will say, with my game as well, we'll get into it. but I liked that as
Is it a
as
scroller?
well. No,
Platform
it's
scroller?
not. It's just like it's not like The Witcher. It's not like Skyrim. It's not overwhelming. Like Hollow Knight is pretty much like a love letter to old school gaming.
Right.
Like Metroidvania, that's named after Metroid and Castlevania, which are old games back in the day. Who created that genre pretty much. But like they're simple. There's not much to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can definitely see that. Where it's like, that's one thing that I dread about playing a new game. I'm like, oh man, let me get past this tutorial. Like there's going to be so much thrown at me. By the end of it, I'm just going to want to get off. Just because there's so much and I'm overwhelmed. I just want to get into a game, play. And I feel like that's maybe what this game does. Let us know.
It does in a way, and in a way it doesn't.
Okay.
But I mean, you can definitely play pretty much like right off the bat. But it's kind of vague as far as the story.
Okay.
So I'm 5 hours in. That's a healthy amount of time.
Yeah, for a game, like I don't take Hollow Knight as like, oh, that's your 20 to 40 hour game.
Right.
There's probably that many
I'd
hours worth
imagine
of content
at
that you
least
can
probably 20
get.
hours,
But like, yeah, I imagine it being like a shorter game.
Yeah. Where was I going with that? What were we talking about? Sorry. Fucking lost train
It
of
being
thought.
like relaxing, just it's easy just to get into and just play.
Oh, yeah.
Not all this stuff thrown at you.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. They kind of, you don't, you have to access a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
Just going through the game. At first, you don't really have much. All you can do is fucking swing a damn nail. I guess that's what your weapon is.
Is it called something?
Nail.
Oh, it's called nail.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a sword,
Mm-hmm.
but it's called nail.
I will say I do have, because again, I've played it, and when I bought it, it was for the Switch.
A little plushie.
I have a plushie. It came with the plushie and then the digital game code. And I like rock it around the house. And I feel bad because like I'm rocking it, but I haven't played the game. But I just
Loser, fucking poser.
The character is just so cool. I appreciate like the design and just like the
It's like a
style
little
of the game.
like a little skull with like a cloak.
Yeah, it's cute as fuck.
It is.
While being cool as fuck at the same time. So you said there's, at least in the 5 hours, there's not much story. Have you pieced together anything? Is it like, do you get it by talking to like NPCs? Like when you fight bosses, do you find items where you like, it's like a letter?
You do find
Almost
like little
sorry,
inspection points throughout the game, but it's all like very cryptic and vague. It's like Dark Souls.
That's what I was about to bring up was like,
It's
is it
very
like
Dark Souls-esque.
Dark Souls where you have to piece it together.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
but
cool,
like I
though.
said, it's fucking vague as hell.
Yeah.
All I really know from the story is like there's 3, I guess, Hollow Knights.
There's 3 Hollow Knights.
Well, I guess that's what they're called. I don't know. Knights, maybe 3 knights. Or hollows. I have no idea.
Okay.
But there's 3 of them, and I think you have to find all 3. And you were in my room when I was showing you that little.
I seen a little bit
area.
of gameplay. Yeah. I played it a little bit, and then I watched you for a little while. Yeah.
So I think that's like the in-game area is where you go. It's called like Black Pearl or something. I don't even know. But yeah, I guess that's like the key point in the game is like you have to find these 3.
Okay.
I assume you fight them. I have literally no idea to get them back. Aside from that, I literally have no idea what the story is about.
Okay.
You're just kind of it's so hard to explain. I just don't know. I have no recollection of what it is.
We'll let the people roast you in the comments.
In the comics, okay.
In the comments.
Fucker who can't even speak.
We don't even read them, apparently.
No, we don't. But the game, I will say, is very fun. However, my only gripe about this game so far is the backtracking. There's a lot of backtracking. You have to go throughout the same level. Like, I just got the dash.
I want to say
it took me like 4.5 hours to get the dash.
So my experience with Castlevania, Metroidvania games is very little. But I think that's like a big thing throughout those games is exploration.
Mm-hmm.
So like you'll explore this whole area, you'll find areas you're not able to get to, but
Yeah.
as you progress through the story, you'll unlock something new, a new ability or something that allows you to now progress through those spots you weren't able to get to before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think those games are known for like a lot of backtracking.
Yeah, and honestly, thinking back, it does kind of make sense to do that, just because it's got like that Dark Souls like difficulty feel almost. I mean, it's definitely not as difficult as Dark Souls, but like you die, you lose everything, you go back to the spawn point, you collect your soul,
pretty much, yeah.
kind of like that. But with having to replay all that level, a few levels I've been to just so many times, I kind of remembered where to go at that point. And you don't get a lot of like checkpoint spots. They're far and few between. But it's fun.
So
I mean, that's just my like one gripe about it. Is just the fucking
going.
You could
deeper.
easily make a fucking new level and just allow me to dash in that level. Like it can't be that hard.
Go. So you say it's fun. Like what's the fun factor for you? Like just going deeper than just it's fun.
Yeah. So there's these things called charms that you can collect, and it's like an attachment,
like a modification.
Exactly.
Or something.
Yeah, and like the first one you get, I believe, it allows you to show yourself on the little mini map. So without that, you can buy a map. And you just see, the parts that you've explored once you hit a rust area. And without that charm, you just see a map. But with it, you can see where you're at on the map, which is cool. But what other ones do is like, the currency is called Geo. There's one that can auto loot the Geo versus having to go and pick up like every single piece. So you kill something, it'll automatically loot back to you. There's one. Oh, actually, I believe the first one that you get increases the amount of soul you get. So when you kill an enemy, you get more soul.
Okay. Is it called soul?
It's called soul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which I thought was kind of weird without the plural. More souls.
Just soul.
But
Okay.
it specifically says it as soul.
SOL or SUL?
SOUL. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, there's one that when you kill something, you get more soul. And with soul, you can replenish your health. So when you take it, you get, I think your base health is 5 hits. If you get hit 5 times, you die. But if you get hit once and if you kill like an enemy, like you hit an enemy a couple times, you'll replenish like maybe a third of your soul gauge, and then you can use that and heal yourself.
Okay. I've seen it on screen. It's almost like a little like potion bottle.
Exactly, yeah.
Where
and
you heal yourself, you use up some of it. So
yeah,
that's soul.
That's soul.
That is soul.
And eventually you'll get like abilities, and you can also use soul for abilities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
so a layer of like strategy. Like, hey, do I need to save the soul for my health, or do I want to use these abilities?
Exactly.
Okay.
And there was like a couple spots in there that was tough to, what do I do?
Right. To like manage.
What's like, how do I balance this?
Mm-hmm.
But there's like a shitload of charms. Like I was just like reading through some of them online, and there's a ton. And I've got like maybe 4.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's some that like boost your power up, and there's just some that are like just weird. Just crazy ones.
Are like some of them, are they obtained from like bosses?
So some of them you find in the world, some you get from bosses, some you do for like just like achievement stuff, like kill a certain amount of this, and you'll be able to buy this soul. And some merchants sell this soul.
Oh, okay.
Or sorry, charms. But yeah, one going in the world, you can find NPCs, and you can bring them back to like your hub, and you can talk to them. Some are merchants, some are just like, I guess like some kind of quest line type NPC.
Oh, so like almost like side quest stuff.
In a way. It's like I said, the story is very vague. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I just fucking explore and I find a new area and just kind of go through.
Okay.
But there's like, aside from just like exploring, there's like a couple spots called like stagway stations where you can like fast travel between like the areas.
Mm-hmm.
And you do have to pay for those, which is, I guess it makes sense because you're opening like a gateway almost. Mm-hmm. And it's like a stag beetle, with a big ass horn. Mm-hmm. He just like carries you through a tunnel to get through the next area.
That's actually kind of cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, I will say that's definitely one thing about the game. Just like watching it, it's just like the visuals are. It's a really pretty game.
It's very pretty.
Like
and the
eerie,
music's
a little
good.
creepy,
Mm-hmm.
but like also pretty stylized, kind of basic and minimal, but like I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's not like a whole lot going on with the music. It's good for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of ominous, but not really spooky.
Helps with the atmosphere.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
vibe
definitely.
Of the game. Cool.
I didn't really have too much trouble with any of the bosses so far. I may have had to do a couple, like a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a couple enemies that like whoop my ass first couple times, but I was like, oh, this is actually easy.
Yeah.
You just got to go through that trial and error just to know what you got to do.
Well, a lot of like going back to Dark Souls, because my experience with just like the
like
Souls
Elden
Ring, it's still somewhat
Bloodborne.
limited, but I've played enough to like know the gist.
Right.
A lot of the times, like the boss fights are obviously hard, but a lot of the times it's just like the side enemies getting to the bosses that will fuck you up the
Exactly.
most.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're like, oh man, I've fought you 100 times now.
Yeah.
I know your moves, but like, they like switch it up on you. Like the timing may be a little weird, and
then it's like a 5-minute travel to get back to that boss. And shit like that. And
Does
same way with this.
Does it have the same like rewarding factor? It's like, yeah, I fucking made it through this guy, beat this boss first try. Fuck yeah, fuck you.
No.
New charm.
Not
unlocked.
yet. Not yet, at least.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure, because I do think the game is at least 20 plus hours.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Because I feel like it's just so early in the game because I just got the dash.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what other powers you can unlock because as far as now, all I have is just like looks like a Kamehameha wave almost.
I think I've actually seen you use that move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's fun, but yeah, the fucking God, the backtracking just kills me.
So the backtracking is your biggest gripe.
Yeah,
Only gripe?
I would say my only gripe.
Do you wish it was? Because again, these games are kind of known for being difficult. Do you wish it was more difficult, or do you think?
I think it's
like
a healthy
good
level. I think it's
balance?
healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where you're not
because I don't even mind
controllers, but
yeah, I don't even mind having to go back to a boss.
Mm-hmm.
I just mind having to go back through a fucking level.
Gotcha.
That's like my only gripe.
Hmm.
And that's what almost with any game. That's just, I don't know. Yeah. To me.
I'm sure some people enjoy that process.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, completionists love that shit.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's probably a big like speedrun game.
Oh yeah, it has to be.
I guess I'm just wondering, because again, my experience with these types of games are very limited, but this has such high regard for being like one of the greatest Metroidvania games in existence. So I'm just like, what is it? Like, what is it about this game that it just has such high renown,
I don't know if I've gotten to that point yet.
I mean, that's fair.
But
it's very just first impression review.
Yeah. I think from what I've played so far, beautiful game. Combat isn't like anything crazy yet.
Mm-hmm.
All I can do is, do a directional hit attack,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can fire a beam and I can dash away.
Okay.
That's kind of all I have.
I definitely imagine it's going to get much more difficult.
Yeah.
At some point.
No, I think so.
Yeah.
But
I guess it's doing a good job of just kind of like easing you into it.
I agree.
Hey, this game is really hard,
Yeah.
but like it's just kind of hard in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And there's like a couple enemies that I just seen, like right off the bat, like right after like a couple beginner enemies that just kind of like you can just kill them no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then I find this one guy who fucking takes 2 chunks of my health in one swipe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh fuck, how do I kill this guy?
Yeah.
Then you figure it out, and then it's like, oh, this is easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the trial and error.
Yeah. But like throwing you into that thing is just like a,
Mm-hmm.
kicking your ass at first. You're just like, oh shit, I didn't expect that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this a boss? Is this a sub boss? What is this? But it's just a fucking enemy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you chose this game because when we were like trying to decide what games we were going to play, this game was brought up, and I was like, man, I would love for him to actually play this because like I have some interest in maybe picking this up. So we play a lot of the same games. So if you're like, dude, this game is fucking phenomenal, then I know like, oh man, I'll probably like this. Or if it's like, hey, this game is trash, then maybe I can set it to the side.
Yeah, definitely not trash. Because I'll say I didn't want to put it down.
I
just had to go to bed. I just had to go to bed.
That's always a good sign.
But I will say, I probably won't pick it up for a while just because I got to play Ragnarok.
Okay. I was going to say...
mostly because I need to beat that game.
Right.
And then maybe I'll pick that up again. But
so
it all depends.
Going back to the Digimon episode we did, we'd kind of said that, hey, this game is pretty fun. We're just getting into it. Is this a game that I'm like eagerly waiting to get off work to play? No.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably put it a little further down in my backlog. I'll eventually come to it. So where would you say that falls with this game? Obviously, we need to finally finish Ragnarok. But if that wasn't the case,
I could easily pick this game up.
Okay.
Honestly, and yeah, easily put like a couple hours in it, just like nonchalant.
I guess that is
like,
a good thing.
I'm bored. Well, I can just pick this up and just get into it.
Yeah.
There's no like real dialogue, nothing I got to pay attention to that closely. Like I can literally put a fucking podcast on and just play.
Right.
Or
and
do
I
whatever.
think that's why a lot of people like this game.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're probably into those games and it's good for them. But it's just like such an easy game to like just pick up and play.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, I got an appointment in 30 minutes. What am I going to do? Let me just play a little bit of Hollow Knight, versus...
I will say, when Ashley got her Switch
Mm-hmm.
After Christmas, she was looking at the store list because there was like some games on sale.
Right.
She was like, "Oh, Hollow Knight, this is cute." I was like, "You might not want to play that. It's going to be pretty difficult."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was actually explaining that to her yesterday. I was like, that game? I played it.
That's funny.
It's definitely pretty tough.
I will say, I would think the same for Kansas, but we had recently played the remastered Jungle Book game for the Switch, like the whole collection. It came with Aladdin, Lion King, and Jungle Book from the Genesis. It may have been on the SNES, but I want to say I at least know it was on the Genesis.
Yeah.
But they brought it to the Switch, revamped it a little bit. We were playing through that, and she kicks ass at that game. Those games are fucking hard, man.
Better than you?
Well, there was a boss fight that we were having some issues on, and I ended up beating them. But I guarantee if she gave it a few more tries, she would have beat it too. So
Yeah.
I'd say we're maybe the same, but she was kicking ass.
Yeah.
Again, there was a point where, because again, those games, you can make it to 3 levels, but if you lose all your lives, you have to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
There was one point where we had died on that third world or level, and I was like, all right, fuck this, I'm putting this shit down. She's like, no, I'll get us back. And 5 minutes later, we're fucking back there.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
She just fucking just full sent it.
Yeah, no, I can't take away anything from Ashley because once she gets the grip on something, she can do it. It was mostly her that fucking got us all the way to Ansem and Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, shit.
She almost beat him.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty good.
And
she doesn't play video games really.
Right.
But she did play those as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I just think there's something about those games because, with Jungle Book, like it has a lot of those same elements, like those Metroidvania elements.
Oh, it
like
does.
you're not really backtracking, it's just level to level.
Yeah.
But a lot of the same type of platforming. And there's something about those games where like it's like brutally difficult, but you're like, one more. Let's go. Come on. I got
This is
this.
the one.
I know where that snake falls down.
Yep.
I got you this time. So like I don't know. I definitely want to give Hollow Knight a shot. So it's not fair to review a game that you haven't beaten. You
Right.
only put 5 hours in. But for the sake of this episode, if you had to, how would you review? What would you rate your first impressions with Hollow Knight?
So far, after 5 hours of gameplay, I'd have to give this a solid 8.5.
8.5. No, that is
8.5.
very solid.
1.5 points just for the backtrack.
Backtracking.
That's
oh,
it.
okay. That's a big chunk of points taken.
Mhm.
So Robert does not like that backtracking.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that leaves it to Potion Permit. It's
Let's
my
go.
turn. And please ask questions.
Oh, I will.
Help me get
Because I
through this.
literally know nothing about this fucking game.
'Cause
So
I'm gonna-
what type of game is Potions Permit?
So Potion Permit is very similar to games like Stardew Valley.
Okay. Animal
Just
Crossing.
especially, I'm just going to start off with saying that, especially Stardew Valley.
Okay, so it's
But-
like 8-bit. What is this?
I would say it's like 16-bit, but it's
Okay.
like pixel art,
Pixel
2D game, like life simulation. But yeah, like Stardew Valley, I guess even like Animal Crossing is a little bit, probably more so like Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons, where it's also not overwhelming. There's probably a little bit more to this game than Hollow Knight. But where in Stardew Valley, like you're in this village and you have a farm and you're trying to like, build your friendship with like the villagers.
Mm-hmm.
In this game, it's the same, but instead of like farming and raising livestock, you're brewing potions.
Gotcha.
And you're just like, people will get sick. They'll go to your clinic. You'll, determine what potion they need. You'll find out, you'll scavenge in the forest what materials you need, and then you'll brew the potion, give it to them. They're healed. So with that being said, Potion Permit is a like 2D pixel art, very calming, very relaxing, atmospheric life sim game. So story-wise, you are an alchemist and you work in the capital. And the mayor of this village called Moonbury, his daughter is sick. And they have a witch doctor in their village, but his methods of healing are very like old school, traditional. And they've worked for the most part, but this new illness that she has seemed to come down with,
COVID.
It's just, it's, his methods aren't working. So he's, in his desperation, he contacts the capital. And there could be like, I don't even remember. Maybe it's like an alchemist association. But he contacts the capital looking for help. So that's when your character comes in. And you play the alchemist for Moonbury. So, like I said, whereas in Stardew Valley, you're pretty much farming and you're selling all this stuff. You're creating potions and, you're healing the villagers. But there was an incident that happened where the people of Moonsbury, they lost respect for the capital. So they're all like, why did you have this guy come? You know what happened. You remember the incident. So you're pretty much starting from like the ground with all of them. Like they don't really respect you. They don't really like you.
Okay.
So a lot of it is built on talking to them every day, doing like little quests for them, building up their friendships. One cool thing, and I haven't got to this part yet, but I did look it up. One thing that I love about like Harvest Moon and like Stardew Valley, I didn't play Stardew Valley that much, but I loved Harvest Moon as a kid. But I liked the life sim aspect of it to where you could like get in a relationship, and you can get like married and have a kid. So, and I also want to preface by saying like this is a new game. Like this game like recently come out. So I'm expecting like more updates and things to change. But I think as far as right now, you can like go on some dates with some of the villagers.
Oh, cool.
And you can be a boy or a girl. Like I know in a lot of the early Harvest Moon games, you were just strictly you could be a male, but you could be a boy or girl. I think you can go on dates with either sex, so that's kind of cool.
Well, not very inclusive, but all right.
I don't know how they do with like either way, moving on. You're gonna get me in trouble. But no, I just thought that was cool.
No,
So,
I love shit like that too.
I don't know
cool.
why. Just kind of like
it's just like it's a real life dynamic.
Yeah.
And you want to feel like you're in there. You want to be immersed.
Yeah, it definitely makes it more immersive. I think that's why a lot of people are so obsessed with like the Sims games because like it's just a second life.
Exactly.
It's like, man, my life is. I'm going through some shit right now. Let me play some Sims.
I'm gonna make Christopher and kill him.
Yeah, where my life is perfect. Let's have 10 dogs. Let's have 3 kids.
Yeah.
So again, I haven't got to that point yet, but you can go on relationships. No, you can go on like dates with some of like the villagers, which is cool. And throughout the game, you have like puzzles that you have to solve, little mini games that kind of keep it fresh. So, for instance, let me do my best to explain this.
Like when you're brewing a potion or something?
So when you're brewing a potion. So when you try to find out what's wrong with the patient, you almost have to play this like Guitar Hero game where it's like,
that's fun.
All right, this button's coming across. There's this little area I have to hit the button. You got to hit it the right timing. So it's like left, down, right, up.
I love, what are they called? Quick time or not Quick Time? That's a fucking program.
Like QuickTime events?
QuickTime event. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, like that, or like not that it's like a rhythm game, but it's like almost that same thing.
Right. Yeah. I think shit like that's so fun.
I like little things like that.
Yeah.
And again, it just kind of keeps the game fresh. So once you do that successfully, you find out, oh, this person has like a sore throat, so they need this potion. So you go to your cauldron, and there's like some weird geometric shape. So almost just picture, not that this has been one of the shapes I've come across, but picture like the plus sign. It's geometric, and kind of cut the plus sign up into blocks. So say there's like 5 blocks going down, 5 blocks going like horizontally.
Yeah.
All these items you find throughout the forest, you can scavenge, you can like cut down plants and like chop down trees and get like honey. You can kill creatures and get items from them. All of these items that you're able to craft potions with have their own like set of blocks and like different, shapes and patterns. So early on, you're able to upgrade your cauldron, but early on, you can only use like 5 items to fit into this like geometric shape to brew, almost like the recipe to brew this potion. So it's like, okay, this one's a single block, this one's 2, this one creates an L out of 3 blocks. So I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna use 2 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of those. So it's like, all right, that's 5. I've successfully brewed this. But you eventually get to a point where it's like a crazy shape, and I can only use 5, but obviously all the items I have, I can't create this, so I need to progress through the story a little more to get some money and like upgrade my cauldron. So like little things like that, like little like puzzles, like the mini game I was talking about. There's a lot of those scattered. You can do like side jobs, and those are mini games. Like, hey, put these jars. You got a green jar over here, a blue jar over here. Jars are popping up, so you have to put it with the right color. Left or right. So there's like a lot of stuff like that. And I don't know. I just find that cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Keeps it fresh. So along with doing these jobs and healing them with like potions, that builds their friendship up. You can give them gifts. Make sure you talk to them every single day because that builds up their friendship. One big thing I missed is throughout this whole game, you have a dog. And your dog follows you. Yeah, your dog follows you everywhere. He's really cute. He's also someone you have to like feed and talk to every day. You have to build up his friendship.
Did yours die?
No.
Oh.
Which it's very easy. I mean, like you want to eat stuff because you have health, obviously, and you have like energy, and eating these things increases both. But he also gets hungry, so he needs to eat. And once his friendship rises, he learns new stuff. Once you raise the friendships of like villagers, new like little cutscenes and like little side quests are unlocked. So yeah, no, there's like for a new game, that, you know, not a lot of people have heard of. Like, everyone knows about Stardew Valley.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I would say in Stardew Valley, there's a lot more to do, but it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
And everyone is used to, like, the farming, kind of cutesy farming simulator. But, you know, this is a different take on it because you're brewing potions.
No, I love that.
But yeah, no, it's just like those games. It's very, again, relaxing. Like, the music is good. It you know, goes with the vibe. It helps create, like, the calming, relaxing atmosphere. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I would say I'm about like 7 to 10 hours in.
Okay.
Because I had planned on like maybe playing another game for this.
Right.
But once I bought that and tried that, I was like, oh, this is it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is awesome. And that was with like, because I can't sit down and play a game for like 5 to 6 hours. So that was like 3 or 4 different sessions.
Yeah.
But it's another one of those games that you can like just pick up whenever. Yeah. If you're like, hey, I got 20, 30 minutes to kill, let me just play some Potion Permit. I can just go through a few days, a few day cycles, because, you know, days only last like 10 to 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then I can just put it down.
I assume this is an indie game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is an indie game.
So
both of these are indie games.
What was your favorite, or what is the most fun part about that game? Would you say like the mini games, or?
I would say the mini games, like when you wake up in the morning, you'll hear an alert letting you know that, hey, someone's in the clinic, because the clinic is like right outside your house. So it's kind of cool to be like, all right, let's do this mini game. Who's sick?
They got in there right after you closed. They're just fucking suffering the whole time.
But like, for instance, when they're sick, you have 4 days to complete it. So I haven't gotten to a point where I'm like really pressured for
like
time.
Nobody's died yet.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know. Maybe they die. I don't know. I haven't got to.
It's like real time. You haven't played in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not going to allow myself to get to that point of someone dying.
So you're like on it as soon as you see that.
Oh yeah. Well, because I enjoy that. Like, the mini games are fun. Just going out like, oh, I need more of this. Let me go out into the forest and scavenge for some shit.
Honestly, dude, hot take. You know, on the new Spider-Man game for, you know, PS4, PS5.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in Doc Ock's lab, and you have to do like the
the little like mini game,
like, little mini
puzzle
games
thing.
Honestly, one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
And they even have an option to skip those.
It's just,
and Colton came in my room and I was doing it one day. He was like, "I just skip those." I'm like, "Bro, why? They're fun."
Yeah.
Honestly, one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, it's like a nice little scratch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Get your brain thinking a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, no, those little mini games help, you know, scratch that itch. I like talking to like the villagers, even though a lot of them have like the same things to say throughout the days. But like once you increase your friendship, it's like, oh, what's going to happen now? Am I going to unlock a date yet? Are we going to go on a date? You know, whatever it may be.
Damn, you're horny.
I mean, they're like a little fucking pixel sprites.
Hey man, you ever heard of furries? This is gonna be a furry hit podcast.
No, what's that? I don't know. I like that.
No,
I like one of my favorite things about Harvest Moon was like all this stuff, because you can upgrade a lot of stuff. Let me get into that real quick.
Oh yeah, I want to hear.
So
about
like
this.
your cauldron, you can upgrade it to where you can now use more items to create these like recipes. There's a lot of like furniture you can get throughout your house. You can upgrade your tools. I think you can even like, you know, change like your clothes. And shit. Yeah. Again, I haven't got to that because money it's not like
scarce.
Super easy to come by. Like you can obviously create potions and sell a bunch of shit, but like, again, these days only last like 10 to 15 minutes. So you have to use your time wisely, because you want to like talk to all the villagers once a day. You know, you want to build up all your friendships. You have quests to do. You have people in your clinic.
Yeah.
So it's not like, hey, I can just spend all of Tuesday just in the forest scavenging for stuff and making potions and selling them, because you have to all this other shit to do. Everyone else has their own schedule.
It's a damn second job.
You know, like there's like a tavern that everyone will like kind of come to at the end of the day. There's days where obviously people are sick. You can't really talk to them. You know, people aren't just up 24/7, so like their doors are going to be locked at some point.
Ashley, you need to get this game.
Honestly, Ashley,
I feel like
you
she would love this game.
Would. Yeah, once you, I don't know if it's really going to compare to Animal Crossing, just because there's so much to do. So maybe have your fun with Animal Crossing, but
maybe
if you kind of want.
But Animal Crossing is one of those where you like, you kind of have like a limited amount of things you can do in a day, you know, unless you like change the time on your Switch.
Which
she's like hesitant about. Like I've told her like you can do this, but she's like,
oh my gosh,
I'm okay.
When I was like playing that game heavily, I would do it at least like 10 times a session.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, I collected all this. I cut these things down. I now have enough for this. I built this.
But
all right, let's get my fruit. My fruit are coming tomorrow. I need them.
Honestly,
let me sell them.
I envy it because she's kind of balancing that with like Pokemon and reading and fucking working and shit. So,
oh man, she's living it right now.
Yeah,
she's like, oh my gosh, I have a Switch. Fucking Pokemon's awesome. Fucking Animal Crossing. I've been wanting to read this book.
Yeah. No,
she is. Like,
she don't even have any time for me anymore.
Plenty of stuff to do. Yeah, no, you're secondary, dude.
It's
priorities.
No, I think it's awesome because I could just go over there and watch her play, and it's very enjoyable.
Hell yeah.
Give her some tips and tricks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, if you take that bag of bells and you bury it, you can get more bells.
I did show her that yesterday. I did.
That's funny.
But to hold off on that for a second. So you know when you're playing Animal Crossing and you can switch between your items?
Yep.
Well, I told her, I was like, hey, if you go to like the Nook machine, you can just buy like the little wheel. You know what I'm saying? The quick wheel, quick slot wheel.
You had to buy that?
You have to buy that.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
Wow.
But yeah, that's... I
know what you're talking about.
I looked it up and I was like, oh, I guess you do.
Damn.
So maybe you did have to from the start, but it was just like one of those early on things where you just forget about it. But yeah, she would just rather press the D-pad 15 times to get to her shovel than to buy it. I was like, just buy it. She was like, no, I'd rather not.
I need those Nook miles.
So she was just she just kept clicking the button just to piss me off.
Yeah, I definitely, I've used the wheel pretty much from the start. I guess I had to buy it.
Well, you kind of have to.
But you do get in like a rhythm. It's like, all right, 4 overs my axe.
Yeah.
3 overs my sickle or whatever.
Yeah. But it just saves you so much time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, if you ever see a tarantula or if you ever see bees.
Has she caught any tarantulas?
No, I told her about them though. You can sell these fuckers for $8,000.
Oh man, remember like Tarantula Island and all that shit, like force spawning.
Yeah. No, it's fun.
But
it's a fun game. But yeah,
let me check. Oh,
back to
So potion permit. So I made a note. So how I had said that you can like kill creatures and stuff and use their like the items that they drop.
What are the
potion.
creatures?
You have like bears, you
like
have like
fantasy,
different
anything?
bugs. There's some fantasy because one of the first creatures you run into is there's like a mushroom looking little toadstool monster. There's like a slime. So there's a little bit of fantasy in there.
That's cool.
But the combat, it's very basic.
Yeah.
So there's like an attack button and there's like a roll dodge button. At least from as far as I got. I don't know if you eventually unlock like more weapons. I don't think there's like spells or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like some type of combo or special attack. I'm going to guess that there isn't. But I also like how simple it is. Like the enemies do have different like move sets. So that's only the real thing you have to master with combat. But again, I guess it goes back to just it being an easy game to pick up and play. I just like how simple the combat is.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a shit ton of other stuff to do, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Versus focusing on combat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's, again, I think Stardew Valley has much more to do, but there's still plenty of stuff. I would say it's easy to put at least 50 hours in the game.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if there's like some overall story. I just know that spoiler alert, you heal the mayor's daughter. It's very early. It's not like that's like a big part of it, but you heal the mayor's daughter, and then that's where he's like, oh, maybe we'll keep you on this, keep you in this village full time. Let me talk with the academy. Well, the capital. And you're just kind of living day to day, just helping out the villagers, just gaining their respect and friendship. And maybe that is the story. All games don't necessarily need a story. It's not like Harvest Moon. A lot of those simulation games don't really have a story. I guess that's a nice thing about it. It's just
very true.
Let me pick it up and play a few days, put it down. My second life.
So what is like the map like? Is it like huge?
No, it's not. It's just like a small little village, and there's a forest area. But once you progress through the games, you find an area where, like, oh man, there's a landslide here. We used to be able to to explore up here.
Mm-hmm.
So like, hey, if you find a net and you find this much lumber and this much stone, we can probably clear it out or make some area where you can climb up. So once you get that, you're able to explore a new area.
Okay, that makes sense.
You eventually find this, like, hey, this trolley used to take us to the other side of this forest. And if you find all this and you get this type of permit, maybe we can explore over there. So once you progress, you find all that stuff, you get that new permit, you're able to go over there.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, yeah, no, it's honestly, I don't know if that was like me throwing a lot at you, but it's pretty basic.
Yeah.
Like at no point did I feel like, oh man, this is very overwhelming. I want to put this down. There's too much thrown at me.
Mm-hmm.
It eases you into it. It's very easy. It's fun. Relaxing. So yeah, I enjoyed my time with it. Again, I'm only like 7 hours in. It's not a game that I think that, oh man, I can't wait to get off work and play this game, but it's a game that I can easily just play in between games.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
I just want to lay in bed and just chill.
Oh man, that's the best thing about having it.
And you got it on the Switch, right?
Yeah. Oh man. Like, hey, it's a graveyard night. Everything's going smoothly at work. Let me play some Push and Permit.
On your break, of course.
On my break. This is a 3-hour break. But yeah, no, if I had to rate, review it, give it some type of rating for the first, 5 to 10 hours, first impression review, I'm going to give it a 9. I'll give it a 9. I don't know if I'm taking this full point away from like the not being able to get married thing, but
right. So
again,
you definitely aren't able.
I don't think so. I looked it up because that's usually with games like that. It's like one of the first things I look up. Like, hey, can you get married? Can you have a kid? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And someone had said like, hey, you can go on like dates. Like, there's no real relationship, but you can like go on dates. So I don't know if maybe that person just hasn't progressed far enough, or if it's just something that they're planning to add into it later. But I think you can just go on dates. I don't think there's like a marriage system or anything.
Just horn it up.
Yeah, just like, oh, you're okay. You're too touchy feely.
Okay,
but
that's solid. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, no, I'd give it a solid 9, and will continue to play.
Damn, same score as fucking Violet.
Did I give that a 9? Yeah, for different reasons, but
I mean, yeah. I'm just,
But hey, if I haven't mentioned
this is also
episodes,
for a briefing.
If I haven't mentioned in a few episodes, Arceus is a 10. 10 out of 10.
I think you've definitely mentioned that before.
If you're listening, Ashley, I love Arceus. It's a great game. But yeah, no, I'd give it a solid 9.
Okay. I kind of want to check it out now.
Yeah, no, I think...
I had that to my backlog.
Yeah, add it to your backlog. Don't put it at the bottom, not at the top, but maybe in the middle somewhere.
Well, that's...
Because I know we got plenty of
about
stuff.
300 or 400 in between, so...
Yeah, I know we have plenty of stuff to play, but it really is a relaxing game. That's just... I would say at least try it, maybe an hour or two in. Because that's far enough to where you get the gist of it, and you can just go from there if you like it or not. I don't know if you've ever played games like that.
Yeah. I played Stardew Valley for a little while. Obviously, Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Duh.
Harvest Moon.
Yeah. You played Harvest Moon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think GameCube? I can't remember which one it was.
That was the best one. Well, there was 2 for the GameCube. You had A Wonderful Life, and then you had Magic Melody, which was a much more like chibi looking game. I didn't play that one so much, but A Wonderful Life, that was my jam, man. That was a game that even my dad played.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's probably why I ended up liking those games so much.
Mm-hmm.
Just like having that game like that my dad also wanted to play. But yeah.
Final thoughts on it?
It's fun.
It's fun. It's so fun.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's relaxing. It's just enjoyable.
Is that an
I think I've
acronym?
said,
Is that an acronym?
Fun,
Fucking unplayable
relaxing.
nonsense.
But yeah, no, I'd give it it's a solid 9.
Okay.
I'm excited for like what's to come
Mhm.
with the game.
So you're gonna steadily play that, you think?
Yeah. I mean, again, I also need to play through Ragnarok.
Right. But you can't do that at work.
I can't do that at work. You're right. You're absolutely right. I can play. That's why I put so many hours into Pokemon, like Arceus and Violet, because I can play at work in the free time. But yeah, no, that's all I got, man.
All right. That's a good place to wrap it up then.
Yeah. No, that was solid.
Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, rate us. And this has been the Hardcore Podcast.
Episode 11. We'll see you next week.